7, 10, 9. We have ignition sequence start.
KBM, go.
America, nation of plenty, nation of beauty, and now a nation of concern that the quality of land, air, and water, which we have always taken for granted, is slowly deteriorating. A long battle has begun to repair what we have damaged and to preserve the natural resources that are still unharmed. Citizen protests, actions by Congress, the White House, all are involved in the fight. Even outer space is getting into the act. Landsat, the Earth Resources Satellite. Landsat records images of large areas of the Earth's surface from 910 kilometers in space. The satellite offers new and valuable information to people who are grappling with difficult problems of environmental quality. This computerized Landsat image shows a scene in the state of Maryland, a scene much like this one. A strip mine producing coal, an efficient source of energy to meet America's growing energy needs. Strip mining is the cheapest, quickest way to mine coal. Strip off the top layers of earth, shove them to one side, and gouge out the coal that lies in shallow areas beneath the surface. But when the coal has been hauled away and the mine is abandoned, what remains? A scarred land, stripped of vegetation, topsoil gone, wildlife gone, streams polluted by the dark acids of the coal mining operation. Strip mining has become one of America's most serious land destruction problems. The state of Maryland is using Landsat imagery to do something about reclaiming land which has been damaged by strip mining. The process of restoring the land will be started by the strip mining companies, if laws requiring them to do so are passed and enforced. The state of Maryland has such a law. It requires coal companies to replace topsoil and plant new vegetation, and then to pass inspection by state officials. To enforce such a law, officials in Maryland must know the location of every strip mine and what stage of mining or reclamation the mine is in. It's a costly kind of survey for the hundreds of mines in different conditions. Locating and monitoring strip mines is becoming cheaper and faster by using computerized Landsat images. Landsat's remote sensing instruments can survey the entire state, revealing old and new strip mines quickly and accurately. By examining the Landsat image with a computer, all areas of bare earth can be displayed in one color, red in this example. Light blue is used for natural vegetation, and white for mined areas where land reclamation has begun. 2.3 million acres of land have been stripped for coal mining in the United States. Only 1/3 of this land has been reclaimed. As stronger laws are passed in states which allow strip mining, Landsat can become a major tool in helping to keep the balance between digging the coal America needs and restoring the land it must preserve. Locating air pollution from outer space is more difficult than locating destroyed land areas. But the satellite did play space detective in a story about weather changes caused by people on the shores of Lake Michigan. This mosaic of satellite images shows the bottom tip of Lake Michigan, where steel mills on the lake's western shore sent plumes of smoke out over the water. Across the lake on the eastern shore, an unusual amount of snow had been falling over one land area. Steel mills here, lake here, snow here. It was a meteorologist studying this Landsat image who came up with an answer to the mystery. The satellite image showed smoke plumes coming from the steel mills seen in the center of the circle. The smoke can be seen traveling over the lake in an eastward direction. The particles of smoke encounter moist air out over the lake. The smoke particles then act as condensation nuclei and cause snow to form under certain meteorological conditions. The clouds blow on over the lake to the opposite shore and drop their load of snow on the people there. Until the Landsat image, the relationship between the particles of smoke and the clouds had never been observed. It's a case of unintentional cloud seeding, discovered and recorded by Landsat. Garbage and trash. More than 200 million Americans throw away 500 million tons of it every day. Much of it is dumped into our waters. Here on the Atlantic coastline of New York and New Jersey, waste is hauled 20 kilometers out to sea and dumped there. In the past few years, fears have been growing that water circulation patterns may be bringing pollution from these distant dumps back to shore. Water near the beaches has shown signs of pollution, and the causes of the problem are not clear. Here is a Landsat image of the New York, New Jersey shoreline displayed on a computer. The satellite's remote sensing instruments reveal the hairpin-shaped garbage and acid dumps 20 kilometers from shore. The computerized image can also detect where suspended solids fill the water along the shoreline. giving scientists a new kind of map for studying ways that polluting substances move from one place to another. One special kind of waste disposal has become a killer of American waters. The chemical wastes from thousands of factories piped into our lakes and rivers. These chemical factory wastes often carry large amounts of nitrates and phosphates into the water, which slowly kills all living plants and animals through a process called eutrophication. Ironically, these phosphates and nitrates are the basic ingredients in the fertilizers which people use to make their lawns and gardens healthy. It is this very fertilizing quality of the chemicals which causes the problem in lakes which receive large amounts of factory wastes. The heavy amount of fertilizing chemicals shot into the lake begin to super-fertilize the green algae, which normally grows in healthy amounts. The algae multiplies with great speed, often blanketing the water with a green scum. Result? The natural relationship between growing and dying plants and animals in the lake is thrown out of balance. The lake's oxygen supply grows smaller and smaller, and the living things in the lake die. Fear of phosphate damage to Lake Champlain in the northeastern United States involved Landsat Imagery in a court battle between the states of New York and Vermont, which border Lake Champlain. When a new paper mill was built on the New York side of the lake, it started piping its waste chemicals deep into the lake. Vermont officials tested the water. They claimed that these chemicals were traveling to the Vermont side of the lake and that damage was likely to occur. New York denied that the paper mill waste products were reaching Vermont waters. Sources of pollution are difficult to trace. Was the pollution plume traveling, or wasn't it? Looking for evidence, a scientist at the University of Vermont examined a Landsat image of the lake and surrounding area. With the help of a computer, he located the paper mill. He also saw that the plume of pollution coming from the paper mill could be clearly detected and that it did cross into Vermont waters. The result of the long court battle between the states was an agreement to protect Vermont's waters. Landsat images can be used to help enforce this agreement. Remote sensing by satellite is in its infancy as a tool for helping to solve the Earth's environmental problems. Researchers are testing the images in many different ways to discover what they can reveal, knowing that Landsat can help in the battle to restore the dying and preserve the living environments of our land, sea, and air.